There were a lot of interesting decisions made in that game, to say the least.
All right, I am now leaving you two to it.
All right. It was a fun 2-minute tricast.
It was wonderful. Bye, chat. Catch y'all later.
Adios, Prism.
I'm sad.
I'll tell you what. I'll pretend to be two different people.
I don't know if I'd want that, to be honest.
I'll play by play in my normal voice, and then I'll pretend to be some British guy when we're color casting.
I don't know if I'd want that.
Why would you not want that?
That would just be really weird.
It'd be fantastic.
No, that would be really weird.
All right, well, these bands coming through.
That'd be even weirder than my suggestion of we should talk like by moaning because we don't want to talk.
No, I'm pretty sure that one's still more weird.
Mm.
I forgot to check Mundo healing, but nobody really put any points on it, so I'm just going to refund everybody their points. These bans, though, are pretty interesting. The Kaiser taken away from King D, Jax, and Elise are the other couple options. Look like I really just don't want to go up against this Jax. They banned it last game, too, but I don't know who here is even inclined to play Jax. I don't think Doodle really plays that, which is going to take away the Tom Kench from Faithful Fox.
It could be more for the jungle.
Well, they banned it, I think, second phase last game after Bubble Boy had already picked Elise. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I'm not sure then. Not quite too sure.
Yeah, well, I think the, oh, is Doodle going to pick here? Looks like we might get a dodge. No, it's going to be the Olaf.
Yeah,
For
it's
Bubble Boy.
the very last second pick.
Yeah.
Could be either waiting for someone or maybe this is just what they're doing.
Oh, they are going to dodge. Looks like it was a mess up.
Somebody DC. Or
Yeah. Looks like, I don't know about DC. It looks like King D left.
would make sense why they waited for the last second.
Yeah, and it just auto-locked the Olaf for him, I assume. And let's go ahead and swap back there real quick.
No, we're not. What do you mean?
We always are.
I'm trying to finish my food here.
You don't need food. Food is for the weak.
Says the person who got food like a while ago.
I didn't. I had some strawberry sugar wafers in front of me and went, I'm a little weak right now. I could use some food.
I was gonna say, does not sound very, I guess, filling.
No, it really wasn't. It was enough, though. A little bit of energy up in this.
Yeah, got me some brats and potato salad.
Sounds awful.
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 Do you not like either of those?
Brats are okay, but they're kind of hit or miss for me.
Yeah, I can agree with that. But it also depends on one, the style of brats, and two, who's cooking it. Because there are some people that do not know how to cook brats.
Yeah. Alright, Battlecast's gonna grab themselves the Lysandra. It did make it through because of the Jax and the Elise and the Kaiser bands. So Boost Trooper gonna have that for himself. And then Cho'Gath grabbed for Doodle as well.
Yeah, which is kind of surprising that they actually let that go through, being that Lysandra is one of the more stable picks for Battlecast, being one of Business Trooper's probably strongest champions.
Yeah, it's...
At least that we've seen so far.
It's kind of his signature pick this split. Last split it was the Morgana. This split, it is the Lissandra.
Yeah, which is kind of surprising, actually. I don't even know if he's really played Morgana at all, even when it's been banned.
He's played it once or twice this season, but not a whole lot. But
Because I think even the other times he either played Ari or something else.
Quick Slice did get himself the Darius. Which means into this Cho'Gath should have a pretty favorable matchup, and a Jinx pickup for Hydron means a good, safe bot lane to help carry through the late game as well.
Hyper carry Jinx is scary.
Yeah, and kind of a throwback to like the first 2 or 3 weeks of the split when Jinx Tahm Kench was like the go-to bot lane.
Yeah.
Skarner gonna be the choice for Bubble Boy. Still looking for that kind of heavy aggro pick. Since the Elise is banned, this one should do just fine for him.
It'll be really interesting to see what Battlecast go with towards the end of these last 2 picks for the bot lane, because right now, their comp is we're going to grab you and you die.
Yeah. And I think...
Whereas while RPT's comp is strong too, it's more sustained damage versus burst damage.
Yeah. I think Battlecast have played Skarner into a Tahm Kench before, and they would consistently just focus down the Tahm Kench with the Skarner ult, because if you go after the Jinx, there's always the potential that Tahm Kench can get that Devour off in time. It is very hard because Skarner is a fast little bug, but if you focus down that Tahm Kench before we can get tanky, you're going to be able to get a lot done here. Battlecast just need to make sure they get something with a decent amount of sustained damage. Vayne would be that. I don't know if it's the go-to pick here, but it definitely is an option.
With the comp that they have, though, I feel it is safe enough, not knowing what the mid or jungle is on the side of RPT. It is one of those picks where they do have enough peel and also engage to go along with it, but I guess they're just going to pick the support.
And I get themselves the support, yeah.
Let's pick the AD carry.
Yeah, and that lets them figure out what kind of AD carry they'll need into Rockport's comp, because maybe they won't need a sustained damage AD carry if there's no real tanks. Like maybe Rockport draft pretty aggressive again, and they can get away with a Jhin or something.
Not too sure if Hydron really plays too much Jhin. I have seen him play it, but I don't think it's like one of his picks that he normally goes with. And they did pick Jinx. So.
I was talking about Vex or King D, VX King D. Saying he could grab the Jhin. Yeah, I don't know, but Galio mixed with the J4 is a pretty crazy combo. It's very aggressive. If they get a good combo off into a Cataclysm, Jinx Rockets will be doing a massive AoE damage, so good potential there. I think they can get away with the Jhin, but it looks like they're going to go for the Varus instead.
Yeah, and that makes it really good. So it pretty much just adds on to the if we see you, you're going to die style.
Yeah.
And they also still, like, even with the Lissandra and Varus, like, both of them, despite being more burst, they do still do really good sustained damage as well with the Varus passive, and then just the low cooldowns that Lissandra will have later.
Yep. They've got the sustained damage, got some good burst, lots of lockdown from Battlecast again, similar to last game. This time, though, Rockport do have a little bit more CC. Tahm Kench has an okay amount. Galio has a pretty decent amount in J4 with his knockup and his Cataclysm going to be zone controlling a pretty sweet amount as well. So they're going to be in a good spot. I'm going to go use the restroom real fast if you want to take control here.
Take control of what? Oh. I'm already gone. What's up, chat? How is it going? Man, there's not a lot of people in chat today. Other than Bliss and Jupiter shouting to go BTC, yeah. Suppose we are going kind of late today, being that Game 2 was delayed versus GG and OGG. Very good series. Game 3. Game 2, it was a pretty clutch backdoor Spam this doodle to help out doodle. Poodle. I don't know why I said doodle, please. That's one thing we really haven't seen in a while are some spams. We had a pretty good, decent amount of spams for a while. Forget what week that was. I want to say like week 6 or 7. There's like somebody that came in like was just like trying to start spams. Yeah, we do have 30 viewers. Like, come on, people. We can't only be 2 people in chat.
We peaked at 52 earlier. It was pretty decent.
Yeah, which is kind of surprising because, like, I mean, other than last series with GG and OGG, like, it was a good series. There really hasn't been like too many top teams that are playing today. So
yeah, I mean, people are just kind of coming around. LCS isn't on to steal views from us. So, what do you want to do for a bet?
Check out stacks.
Sure, simple enough.
Yeah.
What do you think?
7.5. I think it'll be pretty high, especially with the comp that they have. What?
It's just a copy pasta.
I know, but it's like
it's so stupid.
it makes no sense. Like
no, we don't control ads.
Yeah, unfortunately, you only control ads once you are a full Twitch affiliate.
Even then, do you get to?
Yeah.
I mean, you can like choose to run one, but can you choose when not to run one?
Well, the only time there'll ever be ads that'll play during a game is when you have ads enabled and just switch to the stream, or like say like you have to refresh your page. Anytime you refresh your page, or just go to the stream, it'll play an ad. But that's just by default. That's just Twitch things. Otherwise, outside that, as long as you keep the stream open, the only time there's an ad ever played is if they decide to play one. So
that's what I thought.
But yeah, anytime you refresh your page or go to the page again,
it'll play an Adderoni.
Oh, hi, Prism, you're back.
Meeting fell through, so I can try cast if you guys want.
It's up to you, sir. Game 1 was pretty fun.
Thanks, Bliss. You're such a kind person. It's so nice to not see you being toxic. Ha ha ha.
Lock up, Bliss.
That is a good point. Battlecast Skarner, he's got the home skin advantage.
That is true. However, Cho'Gath running the gentleman Cho'Gath, so he's a loser. So not having the Battlecast Cho'Gath. Come on now. I wonder if there's like a link for all these copy pastas, because
there's probably like a copy pasta like compendium somewhere.
It's like some of these I haven't seen in like years.
You were just complaining about how like nobody's interacting, and you're like, oh, there's got to be more than 2 of you, and now everyone's just showing up with copy pastas left and right. Thanks, DHA. Yeah. You're doing us well.
See, by inactive, I meant actual talking, not I'm gonna press Control A, Control C, and then Control V in chat anytime I can.
30 seconds until minions.
That's amazing.
I literally have copy pastas in my channel, my personal server.
I am loading in. Do they start?
They are started. They are 5-pointing right now. Neither team getting any kind of big map advantage. A little bit to Rockport, as they do have pressure on both of the shrines in the jungle, but that's about it for the time being.
Yeah, it seems like just a 5-point start. It's nothing's really happening in this game.
Been like that every game I've casted today.
This is game 2, right?
Yes,
Or game
sir.
3?
Game 2.
Game 2?
What Jarvan skin is that?
That would be Samsung Jarvan from
I
this
did
year
not know.
when Samsung won.
What
Last year.
Samsung skins actually all came out? I never did actually see.
Talia, Nar, Jarvan, Zaya Rakan.
Hey, Bubble Boy's on Skarner. That's one of his other top picks. Did they ban Elise this game?
They did. They banned Elise, Jax, and Kai'Sa.
I didn't know he played Jax.
I didn't either. I didn't know any of these guys played Jax. I found it to be a very bizarre ban.
Yeah, they did it both times too, which seems kind of interesting.
Yeah,
So,
and
especially being that Trooper plays a lot of Lissandra, I'm surprised I didn't target that pick.
and let the list
that's
get through.
Probably his best midlaner as of right now, in my opinion.
Wait, Jupiter, you're saying to not spam, and you're one of the people that started it. So now you're telling people to not keep doing it.
I think that's the reason. Bubble Boy taking a shrine. If J4 didn't notice that, then that's gonna be a little bizarre. He did just notice it, recognizing that Skarner was in there, but not gonna walk up since he doesn't have vision anywhere.
Yeah, and they do actually have vision on the wolves too, so they'll see him going through. If he does decide to go through the wolves,
Yeah,
so we'll have to see which way he goes.
should be able to track him on that side as Skarner gonna be heading
He
over
is
for the
actually
scuttle.
gonna go around, so.
I feel like with 3 people in here, we gotta raise our hand to talk.
Yeah, on the real casters desk, they actually have like mute buttons where they can mute each other if they want to get something by. I will mostly try and stay quiet. It's very hard for me, but I'll try and be quiet. I'm used to having to carry the cast.
Wait, but you gotta cast the exciting stuff. I
Right.
can't do it.
Yeah, I'll still do that, but you guys can do the boring stuff.
Boring stuff. Is that what this is? We're boring?
Maybe.
I always thought we had fun when I would say, stupid remarks.
I'm actually boring. So,
I don't know, because I've never really watched you stream. So I can't really say.
what do you mean? Actually, I'm the people's champ.
Yeah. You got, what team are you on? I forget.
Oh my god. I'm not that good anymore.
He's from Black Jaguar.
Oh, okay.
Really? Really?
It's his claim to fame.
That was the worst team I was ever on.
Yeah.
I'd rather be on AOL Duo eSports Season 2.
What is AOL? I see their logo around a lot, and I have no idea who they are or, where they're from.
They're really nobody special.
They,
They're from Duo
I don't
eSports.
think they've ever been good.
It's all one lane. Actually, well, they came in second this year.
Oh yeah, they did okay this split.
With Sonic and Spike and
I think White was
Blue.
on that team too, wasn't he?
and White.
Yeah.
Apparently, White was Spike's sub, but then Spike's internet broke, so White became the starting mid. Spike was the starting mid before his internet broke for a whole month.
Yeah, I guess I never knew who they were. I just always most of the tournament servers I was in, I never saw anybody with the name AOL, but I'd always see people with AOL pictures in their name or in their profile.
Yeah, their top laner this season was Sievert, and he's the one that was in earlier to try to help us through the pick ban.
Makes sense. Yeah, I remember them from Duo Season 1. They were...
Oh, that's when Kid of Fire was the captain.
Yeah, that was...
Yeah.
Ooh, a little bit of engagement from Faithful Fox, though, but an immediate devour from Juice. Going to be able to save Hydreion. Yeah, Season 1, it was a little interesting because they were, the worst team in the league, but they somehow made it to semis just because, every time a team went up against them in playoffs, the teammate, got banned. So it was...
Well, they did okay Season 2. That's when they had Spike on the team and Canadian Champ.
Yeah.
Before Canadian Champ got kicked off.
Where is Canadian Champ these days? I actually noticed he's
He plays in GXPC.
he plays what?
He owns my team, and
Oh,
he
okay.
plays in GXPC.
Yeah, somebody
owns
actually
us.
asked me about him one of these days. I can't remember who, and I was like, I don't know.
We're actually slaves to him. TPR.
So you pretty much just kind of make sure you guys are practicing, and that's about it then.
Oh, we don't practice.
It shows. Oh.
You just kind of wing it.
Well, then I don't know what to say to all the teams we beat then.
Get good, maybe? I don't know. in a non-toxic way.
No.
Yeah.
I'm very toxic, so that's hard.
I can tell. You're the meanest guy I've met. I only bring toxic people onto cast.
There's one thing I will say I do also like about this organization, like in terms of like the league, like there are a lot of people that do scrim each other here, which is nice to hear. Because like there's like some orgs where it's like teams either just don't want to scrim or like they're actually like toxic about scrimming. So far there only seems to have been maybe one team that I've heard about that's been bad when scrimming, but otherwise for the most part most people actually seem to enjoy scrimming each other.
It's probably my team, because Sam pisses everyone off.
No, it was some random.
Quick Slice might be in a little bit of trouble. Bobo's coming in. Gonna get the flash in with the Impale. A little bit of an early rupture might give Quick Slice a chance to get out, but the stun is gonna land onto him. He does flash away, but here comes the Galio as well. Wanting to turn around the fight with the Heroic Engines. He's gonna get a nice Justice Punch off as well, but not gonna be able to do anything with the Idol of Durand. Now in a little bit of trouble himself, but here comes the Sanjay. Is she able to get the flash in, get the Frozen Tomb off? There's the first blood over to Business Trooper. Go ahead.
I don't know what we're talking about.
Scrims.
Scrims.
We could talk about the game as well, whichever you guys prefer.
Well, we'll do both. Well, let's finish this conversation.
Sure.
We'll talk about the game.
Now that something's happened.
A lot of the teams scrim each other. I mean, my team, we've scrimmed Battlecast a bunch. We've scrimmed Rockport 3 or 4 times. We've scrimmed DOV multiple times. So, and we enjoy it. We do. I like the other teams. I like the players on the other teams.
Out of all the teams, what would you say is the most team you like to scrim the most?
I enjoy scrimming DOV the most.
It's a really nice Solar Flare coupled with a Chain of Corruption. Gonna get juice pretty low. Definitely not gonna be able to find a kill here, but at least getting a lane advantage.
He's a Tom Kench, that shield.
Yeah.
It's so
Like,
big.
a lot of damage. What was great?
I assume he said it right after the play-by-play on that top fight. It comes and goes.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes
Like
I stumble over every other word, and sometimes it's just fucking fire out of my mouth.
I mean, for the most part, you're pretty good. So it's just a matter of like actually finding something else to say afterwards. Like,
Yeah.
like I think it was just more like because like you started it, and then like we didn't say anything for like seconds. We just like stopped. Like, hello, is anyone there? So, looks like we're back to standard though.
Yeah, I'll point out real fast. It's kind of been my point out of the day. Damage J4, no bueno, at least in my mind. Maybe it's working out for a lot of people in scrims, but he is going damage again, probably getting that warrior. I just feel like it's not been paying off for anybody that's gone it yet.
Well, you know what? Because it's so good in solo queue. But the problem is, this isn't solo queue.
Right.
And the gameplay is a little different. In solo queue, when you can single-handedly carry a team, it works pretty well. But here, where you don't really catch people out by themselves that often, and a lot of it's 5 versus 5 fights,
and especially versus
especially
versus 3 tanks too. I mean, there really is not going to be anybody that is going to be able to one-shot, and I guess 4 technically if you count Lissandra, because eventually, you know, Lissandra is just going to be almost impossible to kill with her ult, and then once she gets the Zonios.
Yeah. Yeah, Rockport's bottom lane actually has to be very careful here. These cooldowns for the engage options for Battlecast are really low. Like, Chain of Corruption is up already. I think Solar Flare is up already as well. And with how low Juice still is, they can really try and punish this.
I'm actually more surprised, too, actually looking at CS, like how that Business Trooper only having the 1 kill still has an item advantage over Galio.
But, well, his gold lead is only about 100. A little less than 100. Galio hasn't backed recently.
Yeah, another really good engage. There it is, though. That combo. Really good for that. But Shamber now trying to get a gank off is going to be finding nothing, giving Battlecast a little bit of top lane pressure.
Yeah, as there's 3 hovering up there, but looks like they're just gonna go back. Doesn't look like they're really gonna be doing much unless they are still deciding, because it kind of looks like he wants to go up there, but I don't know if it's just because of the Galio is matching him or what it is.
I do want to point out that both AD carries are sitting on over 3,000 gold. Yeah, they both have over 3,000 gold in inventories, and they haven't backed yet.
Somebody recall.
Virus does have 42, so.
Yeah, Shamber is going to find Bubble Boy. I don't think he can actually take this fight, though, because Bubble Boy does have that shrine, but with Galio coming in, that's a really nice combo there. Lots of CP landing, but the wall actually going to kind of stunt his jump in. Still fighting a kill for himself, though.
I do like the J4 Galio combo.
It's a very good combo.
Yeah.
J4 Galio and Galio Camille are like 2 of the most scary combos you can run.
Galio and Mumu is pretty scary, too.
It's a little bit less reliable, is the only problem. Which is why it's not quite as scary.
I will say, though, after seeing that skin more, for the Jarvan, it almost kind of unintentionally looks like a C9 skin.
That's what I feel about all of them. All the new Samsung skins I looked at, wait, are these C9 skins? Those are clouds. Samsung doesn't have clouds. Same color scheme, they've got clouds everywhere. All the skins have clouds on them. I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
It was what was it? Samsung White was the team that won.
No, this time it was just Samsung Galaxy. They didn't have a number or a letter or color.
I think it was most of the people from White. Though.
Are they?
It was a completely different team
this year.
Yes, they are actually Genji. They renamed to Genji. Yeah, win worlds, drop your team. Right? That's Samsung's thought process.
Well, to be fair, that's like other than SKT, that's been pretty much every Korean team ever.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for Fnatic. I like Fnatic.
They won't do well. Rippo's gonna throw.
I like Reckless. That's why.
I do too, but
he's probably like the only player that I actually like on that team.
Yeah,
just because he's like the only consistent one.
I like him. He seems like a pretty cool guy, to be honest. I like pretty cool guys.
It'd be like a lot of the players, though, to be honest.
Rockport looking to snag a dragon here. They're spotted by Skarner with the little vision plant, but they will secure it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't look like he was really going to be able to go for that just because he was the only one that was there.
No, yeah. So. His bot lane, the bot lane recalled, so yeah, he didn't have much.
Yeah, there was 4 there. They're going to be able to get it away as well. That was mostly off the back of the back timings. Haijo did end up leaving lane before the Varus, meaning he was able to get there sooner and start pressuring up that dragon with his first weak call being, I don't know, 13 and a half minutes into the game.
Yeah, I guess they just wanted to back to make sure that they ensured buying their first item. Before,
yeah, Jinx and Varus both got their first full item on their first back.
Yeah. It's a little
so
nutty.
I guess that's just what they wanted to do. So... You know, it could also just be, too, because, like, both supports were the only 2 that really died. Well, I guess Faithful didn't die, but, like, nobody really was backing, but they were also just kind of staying in lane, and nobody wanted to back if nobody else backed. So...
We got a potential lane gank here from Bubble Boy.
Yeah, he does have his flash up, so...
However, they are playing pretty far back. If they don't step up here, they should.
Only thing is, I mean, all it takes is one Leo engage. If they do find their way, no chance for Juice to get anything done as the Chain of Corruption is going to land onto him as well. Flash is up if he needs it, but he's not even going to bother burning it, knowing he's down. Battlecast find 2 kills, looking for a turret now.
Yeah, that was.
I actually think he would have made it out alive with Flash.
He would have forced Flash out of King D.
Yeah, because King D had his, and then I think he had his Q coming up too anyway, so...
Yeah.
Either way...
I might have done it. I might have traded the support Flash for the opposite AD carry Flash.
Could definitely... Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a trade you could take. I think given it's a Tahm Kench, and the amount of engage, I would save it on the Tahm Kench, just that next time a pick does come out, I can try and save my AD carry if they don't get one shot like they did right there, because that was ridiculous damage.
Yeah, did he not even... He didn't have time to
He
devour
had
him.
no time to
Yeah,
devour.
he wasn't able to really even able to get on her, and then by the time he was in range, she was gone. So, which is kind of interesting too, because it's like they only did blow all the CC on Jinx. I think I think Varus did ult the town.
That was after Jinx died already, though.
Yeah, but she was like already gone. So
And that really breaks open the 2 AD carries. As far as gold goes, King D is over 2,000 gold ahead of Jinx right now.
Yeah,
16 minutes into the game.
really far ahead. Already well onto his way to a Gwynsu's. They have called in Rift Herald top because Schomburg did take that during that scuffle.
and actually now looking at it, King D has more than 10 CS a minute.
Yeah, he's got quite a bit.
Not sure
right
how
now.
that's possible, but apparently he does.
Because he never left lane.
Even if
They
he
are
never
going to
left
go for a
lane.
fight, though, as Galio's found his way into the back. Nice out of the Rand. He's going to stand them up, but an engage from Lissandra. Turning this around now. Bubble Boy's found his way in as well. Going to be pulling in the Galio. He should be falling down next with Darius next on the chopping block, too. And there is just no way for Rockport to win these fights right now. They've just gotten too far behind against a comp that arguably scales better with more CC. It's going to be very difficult for this to actually play out for them.
Yeah, even with the Galio to try to negate some of that damage, like it really does not negate that much with how much damage is coming out from the side of Battlecast. Because Battlecast, Lissandra's already almost on 2 items, Varus is already almost on 2 items. Like their carries are just so far ahead compared to the other side of Rockport. So they're just getting all their damage off before he can really negate any damage. And then even when he does, it's like really doesn't do much.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Yeah. It's just a very rough situation. Business Trooper, ooh, nice flush
nice.
away. That was a little dangerous. Good job from Hydro in forcing that out, getting the damage off there. It's going to help them out a little bit in the long run if they play around it properly.
Lissandra barely needs flash, though.
It can be nice for
much.
engaging, but
Yeah.
not needs, that's for sure.
I feel like at this point, though, having both of the tier 1s on in the side lanes for the most part, you should be able to have those really good flanks off, so there's
Yeah.
enough spots where I don't think having to flash down.
Viper's doing a pretty good job of forcing stuff out of King D. Still taking a lot of damage, though, but Juice with the Abyssal Voyage into the back line. Gonna force him to go down. Now, Ideal Rand keeping him alive as well. Bubble Boy should be falling pretty soon unless this Rupture is going to be enough to save him. There's the Devour, though, so he's going to be falling down as he gets just chain CC to death. A little bit of an overstep from Battlecast, but a
That
really good
is-
play from Rockport.
2 kills for Jinx, too. And
Yeah.
one of them is shut down, so that's going to help her out a lot.
Yeah, because they're at this point they're really going to need her to keep up with the virus. So he did actually finish his once he was going back to base there. So
I mean,
start
I
getting
honestly
any kills
prefer-
that she can are going to help.
I prefer Jinx over Varus later, personally. Might be a personal preference,
Yeah,
but I think Jinx does more work.
Jinx will do more, but for the team that they have, Varus is going to do much more than what Jinx is.
I think it mostly depends on whether or not Schomburg can stay alive in these fights, because they need to get that Galio J4 combo off, and then when everybody's CC'd inside of that Cataclysm is when Hydron's really going to shine on the Jinx, because the rockets mixed with, Hurricane, just going to get a lot of damage off if they can get
Right.
that combo rolling.
But again, it'll also really depend on if they can actually kill anybody when they get that combo off, because while they can get it off, at the same time, there really is nobody that they can one-shot on the side of Battlecast right now, other than the Varus. So,
Yep, and he is going to get engaged on. The combo is coming through the Cataclysm into the Heroic Entrance. King D is going to go down, but they already traded over a kill. Make it 2 now, as now Quicksie's trying to join in the fight. Nice apprehend onto Faithful Fox, getting pretty low there. The dunk is going to land true. As now Bubble Boy trying to bring Darius out of this fight. Business Trooper getting pretty low as well. Doesn't want to get hit by that ultimate. He's going to try and re-engage here as another Rupture lands onto Juice, chasing forward these Vorpal Spikes. So much slow power, forcing the flash out of the Tom Kench. Going to be able to end the fight there.
I feel like Quick Slice is yelling at you in Discord right now because he thought he could have ulted with his reset Business Trooper before Juice devoured him.
yeah.
He might have been able to. I don't think it would have killed, but it was pretty close.
It would have killed.
Business
She was
Trooper
like
still
thirty-
had half health. He was still like 600-700 health.
I thought she was like 30%.
I don't know.
No, she had half health, but half health at max stacks is more than enough to kill her. Because then even afterwards, even if she survives, at most she's surviving with 100 HP, which is more than enough for bleed stacks to kill. So.
I mean, I'm mostly looking at his items and how those are going to affect his ult damage, because he's going fairly tanky after the Black Cleaver, so he isn't actually pumping out nearly as much damage as one would think.
They did just buff Darius, so.
Yeah, but they buffed his scaling. If he doesn't have the items to scale off of, then it doesn't make too much of a difference.
Jinx did get her Hurricane.
She did.
After she died there, so that's a big power spike for her. If she can stay alive in these fights, I really think she can do some work. Got to keep the Lysandra off of her though, because Lysandra will come in out of nowhere and ult her.
Yeah. However, Sean has been doing a good job at keeping her alive, needed. So, because can Tom still devour her out of the Lysandra ult or no?
Yes, you can Tom Kench devour anybody, no matter what their state is, unless they're untargetable.
Good thing they changed that on Poppy ult. Yay!
Yeah.
I remember that did used to be a thing.
Yeah, Poppy ult used to make you untargetable, which sucked because it meant if you did Q Poppy ult, the second hit of Q, or Q into instant cast Poppy ult, the second hit wouldn't hit because they were untargetable.
Yeah.
But it's definitely better now.
I think probably one of the funniest animations is when Skarner is on the opposite team, he pulls in your teammate and Poppy ults them away because then you just see your teammate fly along with this guy.
It's the worst feeling ever. Doodle is probably taking a few too many fights. Shouldn't be going up against Quickslice this often. A nice solar flare though is going to bring Quickslice a little bit closer. I definitely think it can. I don't think Doodle really wants to go in for this until he gets a little bit lower. The silence should help a little bit, but with the Q landing, he's going to be forcing the flash out of Doodle. Just not able to land any of these ruptures. And Battlecasts are falling way too much for this trick right now because Rockport are heading towards that Baron.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only one there is Varus to contest it right now. Skarner's starting to walk up, I think.
I'm actually surprised they're not even doing it. It's almost like they just don't want to do it, even though they know all of Battlecasts are bottom.
They should have started.
They're trying to bush bait for nobody that's coming there, and they're pushing mid.
Yeah, Rockport's been a big fan this season of just trying to bait out Baron, pretend like they're doing it, and not actually. And it's definitely cost them a couple times. It cost them in the DOV set in week 3. It lost them a turret right here, and I mean, they got some vision control over Baron, but definitely had potential to maybe force out a fight, and chance is gone.
The only person that was mid was Varus. I mean, they saw all 4 of the Battlecast members bottom after Darius got out, so it's like they knew they should have been able to do it.
Yeah, especially with the kind of DPS that Jinx can put out.
Yeah, she does have her Hurricane, so she is able to put out that DPS once her Q starts scaling, along with the attack speed she has. And then even with Jarvan there, given that extra attack speed with her flag or with his flag.
Yeah, he might have overstepped his boundary, though. He's going to get pulled in, taken pretty low. Nice Zanya. Going to stall this up just long enough, but the Frozen Tomb should be enough to finish off the kill. Faithful Fox finds himself getting a little lump sum of gold.
Darius having some more fun with Doodle up here.
Yeah, Doodle can win these trades as long as he doesn't like go too ham on it. And right now he's actually going to start chasing him back in with the Righteous Glory, hoping to not give Quickslice too much healing off of that Q, but he is getting pretty low. Should be a stack over for Doodle. So he gets another feast there. How many is he at? He's at 9. What?
Wait, he's already at 9?
Is that high?
Wait, what did we do?
Yeah, it was 7.5. Everybody voted over though, so like.
Oh yeah, I guess
no one's getting points, but
I forgot that 6 is his max.
Yeah.
I personally think Cho'Gath is the beast of a champion.
He's scary.
Oh yeah.
Jinx
especially after the rework. I was actually really excited for the rework. I was so happy they finally decided to do something, and I was like, yay! Even though it's just only his ulti and E.
Yeah.
I will say though, I do kind of miss the old E because the old E was much more fun when you could literally just hold it on and then just auto attack people for infinite amount of slows.
It was pretty fun. I think the new one has higher highs though, where it's just, well, no, because his oldie didn't slow. That's the biggest thing about the new E. It's big that it does percent nice health, but it also adds slow, which makes it a lot easier for him to land ruptures. That was like the big thing that really made Cho'Gath come back in.
I thought it did so.
No, it was just an additive on hit.
Rockport finally starting the Baron. Skarner on the other side of the map.
I don't think vision. Yay!
Yeah, I don't think Battlecast has any idea.
Yeah, Rockport this time actually committing for it really hard, and Battlecast with no clue gonna be given a free Baron over 26 minutes in, so help Rockport out a decent amount, give him a little lump sum of gold, and a little bit more map control.
Mm-hmm. And hopefully they're able to either stall or even at least do something with this too. It'd be nice if they can maybe get bot tower and mid tower. We'll have to see what they decide to do.
Battlecast pinged the dragon when they were doing Baron.
I wonder if they're at dragon that hasn't spawned.
It could have also just been like a maybe like let's go to dragon, but them not realizing that Rockport's been missing for like the longest time.
Yeah, that they just didn't have any vision control. It should give another stack over to Doodle, which will be nice. But
if he feasts it.
Second Ocean Drake is barely a consolation prize right now.
Yeah. However, Ocean Drakes on the side of Battlecast are very useful. So they do have 2 beefy tanks that will eventually get to the point where they will be unkillable. Cho'Gath will definitely get to that point, and already having the War Mice, so adding the double Ocean, his regen is going to be pretty nutty.
Yeah, he's already at 4,500 health right now.
Yeah, and that's out of 2 items. You people thought Scion had a lot of HP? Lol. 2 items Cho'Gath. And again, another repeat of Darius pushing and Skyner coming down.
Yeah, it looks like they really just want to hard punish Quick Slice whenever they can. They're going to get engaged on in the mid lane, though, as a big fight is popping up. A really nice knock up from the Galio. Going to be burning down, but it's super real low. But he's still not so much time with these Zanyas and his ult. He does get picked up by the Rocket, and Hojion is going to try and dive this now as he's going for it onto Faithful Fox, but the heal from King D barely going to be enough to save his bot lane support.
Yeah, and that would definitely call that worth. I mean, they're sending so many resources, like with the Skarner and Cho, to really deal with this Darius, and it's like they're just letting the rest of their team die. So,
I mean, it ended up being favorable for Battlecast though, because they didn't lose the tower. They got 2 Barons off, right? They killed Quick Slice and Sean Bear for 1 person.
Yeah.
Leona was so close to going down though.
Yeah.
And making it a 2 for 2.
It was a really, really good heal from King D to save Faithful Fox there. I think we're kind of at the point where maybe repeat killing Quick Slice, not the most efficient thing that Battlecast can do. Kind of want to see them just start moving Doodle over with this Righteous Glory to get good engages off and just start kind of try and steamroll through Rockport, because I think they can take a fight pretty easily. I still think their comp is better in that regard, but Doodle is going to get left behind here trying to do a lot, but Bubble Boy is literally just outie right now, so it's going to be shut down gold over to the Darius.
Getting some damage off in the time, then doesn't look like they're really going to fully engage onto that, so...
Yeah.
No, Tom Kench is not the person they want to be engaging on.
Also, do is, if you want, we are coming to the end of our season, so you could technically apply for next season, but as of right now, no real openings unless you get onto a team.
No, rosters are locked. No one can join anymore. Bliss was correct. Request denied. It is an unfortunate situation. Rosters are already locked for the season, so... You can apply for next season, but that won't be until January or February, because we do not play an off-season, because that would be silly.
Wow, is it really going to be that long? Holy shit.
Yeah. Rank season last split started at, like, middle of January. And I don't want to start, like, right at the beginning of the season, because I want people to actually be able to do placements and stuff.
That would be god-awful.
Yeah. So give it a patch or 2. So, yeah. Probably late January, early February.
Official representative of 3-0. Yeah, that could work.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
But being that it's somebody that's been banned, I don't know if I want that.
If your chat logs get out, that might be bad for my reputation.
Yeah, that might be a tad bit bad. Ooh, again.
Yeah, quick slice overstepping. Rockport doesn't have a position on the map to be able to punish this at all. 2-5-0 on the Darius is an unfortunate situation. They got the tower though.
Yeah,
Woo!
that is true.
There it is.
I'm kind of interested into knowing as to why he does keep doing that. Because I mean, I get it is like kind of like what they want him to do, but at the same time, it doesn't seem like Rockbird is really doing anything about him pushing. So they just kind of either sit in one spot or they get somewhere and then they get rotated on right away. So.
And he's not even building for a
really-
split push, right? He's gone defensive, which is more so what you'd expect to see on a team fight, Darius.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe Rockport will be able to punish next time Baron is up. Be like, okay, well, they just sent 3 bot, and we got a free Baron. But right now, there's no reason for him to be there.
Mm-hmm. And they're really not getting anything out of it either. I guess they did blow the Cho'Gath flash, so that is kind of nice. But I'll do it, buddy. Just kidding. I can't.
And Cho'Gath Flash is not the end of the world for Battle Pass.
Yeah.
I mean, if he gets in a team fight, he's just gonna walk in and tank all the damage. He doesn't really need to flash.
The flash is really only nice just because, like Lissandra, he can get that flash ulti off and just instant burst whoever he kills.
Yeah. And he's at a pretty scary point. He's almost at his stone plate, and that's when he's going to really be able to pop off in these fights.
Yeah, which is nice to finally see because, to be honest, like there really has not been many Cho'Gaths I've seen actually go for the stone plate.
Yep.
So most of them just kind of go a full tank, and then they actually like forget that stone plate's an item or something.
Right. Nice blue buff steal from Shambear. Securing that away from himself.
Stole his own blue buff.
Stole his own blue buff.
It's kind of sad when you have to steal your own blue buff.
Yeah, it's a little rough.
There are a lot of situations that are like that, though, especially once it comes to late games. Once you're past 20 minutes, it's pretty much who's invading in my jungle.
Yeah.
So
Another dragon is respawning. It's going to be an Infernal this time. Definitely a good one for either team to grab. Both teams definitely appreciating damage.
yeah, and I'm actually kind of more surprised that they are still wanting to give this one away. So
Yeah, J4 actually managed to go in, but he's going to get stunned up. So much crouch control used on him. Faithful Fox actually got delivered into Quickslice's hand, but not wanting to stick around there. But with J4 being down, they could potentially Baron right now if
Yeah,
they
and
so
that
choose.
looks like where they're going. It looks like they're just kind of pushing the mid wave as they're walking up. So it looks like they will try to go for this Baron. It was kind of sad to really not see them even acknowledge that it was an Infernal. Like they were actually just looking like they were all gonna back, and then once it did spawn, then they decided to go. But at that point, it was already too late because Varus does it so quick.
Yep.
So and then what's Cho'Gath do? So
Speaking of doing it quick, Faithful Fox is going to be engaging onto the Jinx. Already used the Devour, though. So King Date trying to back off. He does have a G8 for this fight, which means it's a prime time for him to go. Lots of damage coming on to Heat Viper. He's going to be able to get a heroic entrance out, but a nice rocket as well, bringing the health bars down. But there goes Quick Slice and another Zenith Blade onto Juice. Going to be slowing that up. And they still managed to get the Baron as it never dropped too low. They had aggro on that the whole time.
and there goes the regen on Cho'Gath.
Yeah.
What was that? He was under 1/4 HP. Ha 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 ha. Funny.
This is
feel like
where
Jinx
the ocean comes in.
I feel like Jinx didn't do as much as she could have in that fight.
Yeah, I mean,
She
they're really.
she got scared away, but for too long she could have came back in a little bit with long range rockets, and I think she could have got a couple kills there.
Yeah, I think she was worried about the Skarner trying to jump on her because she had burned QSS. Tom Kench had used Devour already, but Skarner stayed in the pit pretty much the whole time, just keeping it low health for them to turn back and take it. So
Yeah, and he never did ulti like at all that fight. So
No, he did
does
not,
still
yeah.
have it up for next.
Oh my god, Cho'Gath is big.
he's huge. Yeah,
He's bigger than the turret.
earlier bot lane he was sitting there. He was just standing still, and then he just grew. It's like what? And he leveled
Yeah,
up
whenever
his
you-
R again.
Yeah, whenever you level up your RE, you grow in size.
Yeah, Heat Viper gonna be trying to run away here. Does get hit by the stun. We'll see if Bubblebee decides to use the Impale. It does come through, but right as he gets apprehended, means he's not gonna be able to go anywhere. But here comes the Chain of Corruption from Varus. A nice double knockup on the Cho'Gath. Gonna help them pick up this fight. Another feast stack for Doodle as he finds a kill there. They're gonna be able to push forward with the Baron. Got a lot done. The only problem is Business Trooper isn't here, but I don't think they care. Zenith played in from Faithful Fox, doing a lot of damage to Juice. He should be burning down pretty low. Thickskin barely going to be able to save him, but Seanbear on the J4 does die. Now Heat Viper in with the Idol of Dan. It doesn't matter. Too much true damage coming out of this Varus, as he still has his GA. If anything does happen to go wrong, Faithful Fox is going to fall, but I don't think that this duo from Rockport will be able to stop so much pressure on the side of Battlecast as they are pushing up to win. And it looks like they will. It's a flashing from Business Trooper. That Q assess not going to save your life. He actually used it right before he got hit by the ult. And a rupture onto Tom Kench as well. That's going to be Battlecast putting their second place bid even closer as they take down Rockport. They lock first place in for AMP doing this. And week 10 is going to be a hell of a week.
They lock 4th place or 5th for TBR. Probably 4th.
It should be 4th because, yeah.
We can no longer get 3rd, is what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll be 4th because that means... Because Olympic already locked 5th. So...
I think Hero said somebody can tie us for 4th. But I think we win the...
I think only if the rematch comes through from Olympic. But, wow, what a series.
Yeah, that was... Second game was, wow, look at the Varus damage with 29,000, almost 30.
He did so much this game.
Yeah, he is a very strong person.
Definitely had a lot going for him. Bubble Boy also did incredibly well. Really good KP. 12 was pretty decent. Not as good as King Day or Business Trooper, but I felt like he did pretty good in most of the fights. And just the team as a whole worked together really well. Doodle didn't let the Darius get an advantage. Darius was 2-7 at the end of it because he just kept walking bot, and yeah, Battlecast punished accordingly.
Yeah, Darius not really able to get anything off, and their team is fast enough to really just rotate between those two lanes. Both times Darius kept trying to go down there, he never went down with any vision, so he was just getting picked off consistently.
What are your guys' thoughts on MVP?
I think King D did a really good job. King D or Business Trooper.
I'm fine with King D on this one.
Okay. We can go ahead and give King D Game 2 MVP, but we still need to talk about set MVP.
Good thing I wasn't here for first game.
We gave it to Bubble Boy first game, right?
We did give it to Bubble Boy first game.
I can agree with the second game, because second game he did a really good job at still nullifying what Darius was still trying to do, and then also his engages were all really solid.
I mean, I think we can give it to him.
I think Bubble Boy for set.
Yeah, his engages, especially this game, were very solid. Starting a lot of the team fights, picking off whoever he needed to, and then also again stopping the Darius from the swift push.
Yeah, I can jive with that. I'll message him and see if I can pull him in. If anybody is in our server and recently received a message from Nozumi, do not click that link. Nozumi apparently got hacked. If you click that link, you will be hacked as well. His Discord is... I'll tell you which... it doesn't have the number to look out for, so just look out for Nozumi. Because his Discord has been hacked. So don't click on that link, guys. Let's go ahead and see if Bubble Boy wants to come in here. If he responds. Oh, yeah. I invalidated that link. If you go to our website, we've got a Discord widget on our site. Or you can get one from Business Trooper there. Yeah, definitely keep an eye on that for me, DHA.
Yep. I don't know if that was him that reposted that in there, or if that was somebody else that posted it in general, but...
Okay. I don't know why Ezio doesn't just respond to me on PM, but if he wants in, I'll move him in. Let's go ahead and get him in there. And hello, Bubble Boy.
Hey, how are you guys?
We are doing just fine, I believe. I don't know about the other two, but I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay. Well, hell of a set. Congrats on the 2-0. You guys are still fighting for second place seed.
Unfortunately, so yes.
Unfortunately, so.
Yeah.
As in, like, you don't want to get second, or you don't. You wish you didn't have to fight farther for it.
Yeah, I mean, I just wish we already had it. It's just another game. That's fine.
Well, I think just another game for you. I think another game for Rockport has to lose next week.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that right? Is that what needs to happen? Okay, well.
Yeah, and
you
they're
know.
playing Galaxy, so
Barely in your
Okay.
hands.
yeah.
Oh well.
You're just able to almost touch it with your fingertips, but it's probably gonna get ripped away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
very
only
well.
way you'll get to be there is somebody pushes you into it, basically.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Oh well, we'll still make it to finals. It'll be a good game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with the way you guys were playing today, it looks possible. You pulled out the Elise. Actually, ended up drawing a ban in the second game. And yeah, I mean, you did pretty darn good. How was it feeling playing that Elise today?
Yeah, I watched the TPR set and I watched Prism play Elise, and I was like, oh man, he's building wrong. Shame on him. And then
What do you mean? What do you mean?
and then you didn't build Morelos, nor did you build Hunting Guys. I couldn't believe it. You're like missing so much damage. You built like season 3 with
I built
Ryla.
the
It's like
protocol.
nobody does that anymore. But that's just my opinion, dude.
I
Do
wanted
you,
to.
do you?
I wanted to slow people.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
I
hear you.
still-
But that damage, dude, you get from Morelos.
Yeah,
it's
I
insane.
still
Magic
insta
fencing.
killed the squishies. It didn't matter.
Yeah,
Why do I get more
yeah.
damage when I insta kill a squishy?
Jesus Christ, guys.
It's your call.
Let's not fight over. Let's not fight over Elise builds. You're both good Elise players.
9-0-5. Just saying.
10-1.
Alright. Well,
You died.
besides that, the second game went pretty well for you with the Skarner. I know you played it
Yes.
before. Last time you played it, did you play it into Tom Kench as well? I feel like you did, and you just hard jumped the Tom Kench.
I feel like that keeps happening. Well, I think teams are like picking it when they see the Skarner or are anticipating the Skarner.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it worked out for you guys. You camped bot. You guys really smashed that lane. You were able to make Darius go 2-7. I mean, he was like 1-2, and the next I know he's 2-7. It's like, oh.
So Neon was he told me at the beginning of the game, just like once you're 6, like Darius, he's gonna be a threat for us. So like just hit him up a few times, put him behind. Then Cho'Gath got huge, and then he was just winning trades out with them, and that was kind of going into it when we saw the Darius. We were like, okay, that's a thing we're gonna have to pay attention to. Mm-hmm.
He literally got huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was bigger than the turrets.
He was bigger than the turret.
Yep. That was all part of the plan. Yep.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess all I got left is talking about the 2 surprise Barons. Game 1, you guys took Baron at 22 minutes after catching Rockport, pushing up your base a little bit too far. The Cassiopeia pick coming in really strong for that. Was that like the plan when you got the kills, just immediately go Baron, or did you have to talk about that for a second?
Yeah, actually, no. I said, "Hey guys, let's do Baron," and we were kind of like, "I don't know," because our AD carry wasn't going to be able to join because he was really low.
Right.
And I said, "We have Cass. We could do this. And I'm Elise, very strong already. So, between Spiralings and Cass's damage, it's just we melted it. So." And Baron is a threat earlier in the game after Riot nerfed its early health and damage. So we made that play call. We made a few good play calls that game. One of my favorite ones we did was actually in the second game. They were trying to get us to bait us over to the Baron pit, and their whole team was over there. So we were like, okay, turn, push mid, like we'll force the trade. We'll force them to start Baron. If they don't, they'll have to respond to us, and they just responded to us, and that's exactly what we wanted. So stuff like that, that's what we were thinking during the game.
Definitely. And then game 2, Rockport got the sneak on you guys.
Yep, they did.
Caught you sleeping.
The only word was we were kind of like all just zoned out. It seemed like all at the right time. Like literally, I said I just totally zoned out. They got there, and my AD carry goes, "Well, me too." It's just like we were in our own headspace during that time. Like because we had been like making pressure, like relieving the vision because they were fighting with us for it, and like we were totally on top of it. And then all of a sudden, we just kind of like demon think like, where are they all? Like where'd they go?
Somebody
they
pinged the
got us with
dragon.
that. Was
Somebody,
good.
somebody pinged the dragon that was getting ready to spawn.
Yeah,
we should go do the dragging while they were
were
doing Baron.
Yeah, we totally zoned out when they got that Baron. That was a big mistake. Yeah, well, I'll probably hear about that one from Neon. So.
Well, it didn't matter
Man,
too
cracking
much.
the whip.
Do you guys have any questions for him?
No.
Sorry, I'm trying to watch chat because of what's going on.
That's fair.
I'm predicting potentially TPR and Battlecast in the finals. Amp and Rockport both out of here.
Is that what you're predicting? Wow.
I think it's very possible, to be honest.
You're going off those scrim results, right?
Listen, I won't be here for the finals anyway. It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. Well, that sucks.
I'll have a sub in.
You could have Sam come in and jungle for you.
Please. Please.
Hey, he's a very good jungler.
I'll jungle for my cruise ship.
Hey,
Okay.
you just gotta download like a remote control app on your phone.
There you go.
But
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and focus on Olympic for next week because that's gonna be obviously that's our next opponent, and then we'll go from there. It's just gonna be game after game for us. Honestly, our only goal is to be the champions of this. Like, there's no other satisfaction for us other than to win the whole thing. We will be disappointed otherwise.
You don't get satisfaction from winning your game to game.
No,
They-
well, I mean,
they win a
if
game
the
and they get
gets
very
us
depressed.
closer-
Yeah.
Yeah. We just don't. Our goal is to win the championship. That's it. I mean, obviously, we have to win games to do that. So, to whatever extent that means.
all right. Well, thanks for coming in and talking with this man. Congrats on the MVP. And yeah, we'll see you next week when you take on Olympic.
All right, sounds good. Take it easy, guys.
See ya.
All right. The skin giveaway has started.
Oh, yes.
Not too many people have bought tickets yet. Business Troopers grabbed his 25. I've kind of gotten that lower. Let's go ahead.
25. Can't you make it like we can max like 100 tickets?
No, because then like 2 people would be in the race.
Yeah.
I want
I'd be one
I
of
want more people to be in the race than just you and Revolutionary and every freaking time.
Speaking of Rev, I should probably message him and tell him,
Tell him to get on so they can try and win a free skin.
Rev, buy your tickets. Okay, I tried.
All right.
He's not online at all. He's mobile right now.
Good. That's good.
You can buy them on your phone.
Don't tell him that.
I don't think I have to tell him. It's pretty obvious.
All right. Well, I'm gonna close this at about 5-6 minutes. So come in and get your tickets if you want a chance at winning a free skin. Should be a pretty fun one. Yeah, this is a hell of a week, dude.
Who doesn't love some? This was an exciting weekend here.
Yeah.
Next weekend, I think this weekend's more exciting than next weekend's gonna be.
I'm going to go and fill in the
Next-
tournament bracket now that we've got a couple things locked. And I'll do
Well,
it.
just Amp and potentially us.
You've locked 4th, and I think he said Olympic have locked 5th. I can't do it until I know who their opponent is. If I remember correctly, I won't save
Does
it.
that mean we play Olympic in the quarterfinals?
No. Yeah, I can't actually fill that out yet. I'll have to make some more stuff.
Does 4th play 5th? Or does 4th play... 4th probably plays 5th, no?
What does 3rd play? 3rd plays 4th. 2nd plays
Wait.
5th.
No, 2nd and 1st don't play anyone.
Well, like if they win out. So it should be. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, right. Yes, you're correct. Yeah. So 4th and 5th, 3rd and 6th for quarters, correct?
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
Apparently, Olympic can still get 6th if DOV win and Olympic lose 0-2. So Olympic only needs to get one more game, just one game win to be able to lock in 5th. Then.
Oh, just one game, not a set.
Yeah, just a game win. If they lose 0-2 and DOV win, that's the
Ooh, if they
if
lose
statement.
0-2 and DOV win, then DOV can still take 5th. Interesting. Very interesting.
Does that mean that Olympic has locked in playoffs at all, or can Galaxy still make 6th?
That's on Kiora.
If you're in the recruitment chat, you can just post your op.gg. Like I said, though, rosters are locked for the rest of the season, so you actually can't even get recruited for the next 2 or 3 months.
You can get recruited early and practice with the team for next season. If DLV lose and GG wins, we take 6th.
It is a bit of a
This-
disappointment. You came in just 1 week late because we locked rosters this week, and we finished in 4 weeks, and then we'll be on a 3-month hiatus.
Playoffs. Hey, Doe Wiz. Playoffs start in 2 weeks. We're in what week? This is week 9 of the season. Yeah, just a little towards the end.
Yeah.
If DOV win, or if Galaxy lose, or if DOV and Galaxy lose, DOV gets 6th.
All right. Well, I'm gonna close this game drawing since no one is entering.
I entered.
Well, no one else has in like the last 3 minutes. So let's see if who wins, Business or Prism. If either of these two win, I'm gonna give them the expensive one.
What, King D or Neon?
Yeah, it's Business
Business
Trooper.
Trooper 1. What a hacker. I don't have enough skins.
Well,
don't.
I'm certainly fixing that for you.
You're helping.
Where's Business Trooper at? I'll find him in here.
Doesn't exist.
Guess I have to give it to Prism.
Woo! I'm a winger.
That's a pretty boring skin, not gonna lie. Sorry, Biz.
Wait, you're way ahead of me. I didn't see it.
Yeah, he got wild card Shaco.
Oh, good. I don't want that crap. You take. I don't play Shaco.
That's a pretty boring skin. All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. We're going to close it out. It's been a pretty long weekend, and I am hungry as hell, so I'm going to peace out. I'll talk to you guys later. Next week is going to start with Battlecast versus Rockport. Or not, that's what we just played. Olympic versus Battlecast, sorry. Haven't refreshed this page yet. So come in and watch that. Those are going to be some of the last games of the regular split before we go into playoffs, so make sure to come and catch it all, guys. But adios until then.
Have a good week.